Thanks for joining me on this part of the journey. It's a beautiful day on the Intracoastal Waterway, meandering down through North Carolina. We've left Virginia, and we're just inside the Outer Banks. What's different here is it's beautiful, and it seems like it's desolate, but we get reminded pretty regularly that on this leg of the journey, we are not alone.
Big Navy presence here. I'd like to get out the drone, but I don't think it would be allowed to fly around here. There's so much military. I can hear the turbos spinning up in those boats. I don't know what's in them, but I think they go fast.
Welcome to Stir Crazy Sailing and Adventures. I'm Dennis. I left a career I enjoyed to pursue the activities that I love, with the aim of single-handing a sailboat from Lake Michigan to the Caribbean.
That's just a bad idea.
I expect some success and some failure along the way, but that's part of the adventure.
Right.
I'll also share with you how I try to stay healthy and fit as I go. Having you along will make this trip even more fun. Thanks for joining me.
Every once in a while, it's good for me to remind you that we are the tent campers in the campground here. We're the backpackers. We're not the ones with the big RVs. But that's what they look like around here. I just cleaned out my strainer. Yuck! We've got little jellyfish in there. One just slimed out. Oh, and a minnow. So making sure that my engine cooling inlet is nice and clear. Getting ready to cross Albemarle Sound and then enter the Alligator River. You know where they call it, the Alligator River, don't you? It's shaped like an alligator. No, there are alligators in it. In North Carolina, alligators. We'll see. Or maybe not. I'm not sure what I want. That was in my engine intake. That's not good for water circulation, especially engine cooling water circulation. That's bad. We don't like that. We like it to have a nice clean filter in there. And now we do.
We're in the South at Coinjock Marina, a place where they love their monster trucks. So much so, they've got a side panel in the bar.
What a disaster area. I'm getting ready for guests to arrive. My sister and sister-in-law are going to come and sail with me a bit, and the place is in disarray. We have laundry issues that I can't resolve. So we're going to have to take our clothes that are already wet, that did not complete a cycle, and try to get enough water out of them to use these dryers if they'll work. So how does a guy do that? Watch and see. Will they be clean? Doubtful. Will they be dry? Hopefully. It's gonna take days for the stuff to dry. We'll see. This is the alternative road to the one that I was on, which was more of a highway, trying to get out to the YMCA. Problem is that there is no shoulder and there is plenty of sun. That's a bad combination for a biker, so I have to turn around and see if I can either get out here earlier in the day tomorrow or do some weight training back at the boat. But I've got to hang a Yui before somebody turns me into a bug splat on their windshield. Nice drivers, they're getting over on this little stretch that I was going to try, but nah, not going to chance it. Yeah, the bed is pretty comfortable, but honestly, after being on this bed for a while, it gets to be a bit firm. So in honor of the mega yachts being here in Conjoy, in honor of the megawatts being here in Coinjock, North Carolina, I think I'm going to elevate the level of opulence on my boat by putting on a foam mattress topper. That's right. And I'm going to do it in a way that I think will really impress many of the mega yacht boaters that are here in the marina. It's an oddly shaped mattress, and so it's easier for me to, well, measure it out and trim the mattress out on the dock. And I know it will look classy, third classy. Yeah, this will be great. This way I only need to trim one side, I hope. I'll tell you, this mattress topper made all the difference in the world. I sleep great on it. All right. I've learned on this part of the journey that there is no typical Intracoastal Waterway. It's different, it's varied, it changes from mile to mile and segment to segment. So many parts of it are narrow and they're very river or canal-like, and then in other places they call the bodies of water a river, like the Alligator River, and it's wider than many lakes that I've been on. It's just strange and beautiful the way the Intracoastal Waterway meanders its way down through Virginia and the Carolinas. I was glad to have company on this leg of the journey. My sister Christine was joined by my sister-in-law Deb, and they're a fun couple, and I always enjoy their company. Deb arrived in clothing that was suitable for January in Michigan, and it was a good thing that she did because we had everything but snow during their visit. And what Deb had on her mind was what mattered most to both of us.
We haven't seen any gators.
No gators yet.
Alligator River.
Deb is at the helm in windy conditions, going right into the waves. She's into the rhythm. She's into the rhythm. I think she's having a good time.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is the life. This is awesome.
The windy weather made for an exciting trip across the Alligator River, and we bobbed along into growing waves.
Those are real waves. She's doing great. I made a friend. How do seagulls feel about ginger snaps? Let's see. Not a fan, apparently.
Not so much.
It wasn't hungry for anything that didn't look like a fish, but we were. He's got a real beard, that
He
guy.
does.
I couldn't grow a beard like that.
He's got the real deal, you're right. Well, so did Dad. When he grew a beard, he really had a beard.
It's true.
Place where it's a barber and a bar together,
Yeah.
and they got handlebar mustaches. And they're like,
You know,
oh really?
if I were to go into a place to get a haircut and they had a bar there too, I might come out with a handlebar man. Who knows that? A mohawk. I would have a reverse mohawk.
He said that they were talking to some tattoo artists too, that they were going to bring a tattoo artist in there.
Alcohol, barbershop, and tattoo artist.
Come spend the day.
Yeah.
Once you start drinking, though, you don't know what sort of haircut or tattoo you can walk out with, though. I mean,
That's
that's pretty
right.
dangerous.
That is super.
My sister-in-law, Deb, has been at the wheel most of the day, and she made sure that she wore colors where she could be identified by boats from a great distance, just in case. She's on her way to the airport to direct traffic. Beautiful morning light. Thanks for joining me. Whew, chilly. Coming down from Coinjock, going down through the Alligator River. We had some weather, and then getting here to Bellhaven. From here now it's Oriental, and I'm really excited to get to Oriental, North Carolina. Ocean sailing isn't far from there, so it feels like that's where the rubber meets the road for sure. You've got some impression of what you think the Intracoastal Waterway should look like, as I did before I started. I would think that in most places it would be narrow and lined with homes and condos and so forth. That's what I expect in Florida. But up here in North Carolina, it's like a good-sized lake in Minnesota. It's just lined with trees and cottages, and it feels so nice. It's very pretty, and it's warming up, thankfully. Started out at 47, we're going to hit 60 plus sunshine, that's good. And right now we're going with the wind, and I'm contemplating whether or not when I change directions, it makes sense for me to have the sail up. So contemplating using the sail here in a little bit, but motor sailing to start. It's beautiful out here. Still a little chill, but beautiful. Thanks again for joining me. Opened up the bimini, soaking up the sunshine, and making a leisurely way across the Pimlico. Awesome. And I'm not smiling too much because I just ate a tuna fish sandwich. I know, I need to brush my teeth. Landing at a marina to unload Chris and Deb so they can catch a flight was nothing like I expected. North Carolina's sailboat capital. Sure looks like it. One word that describes you guys on this trip.
Passengers, luggage, crew.
Thanks again for climbing aboard and being part of the crew too. We are exploring the great areas of the Intracoastal Waterway, but surprisingly, we are just inside the Outer Banks and the ocean is right over our shoulder. You'll be seeing that soon. Thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe and forward. I'll see you soon.
We're nuisance.
Hey, yeah.